Hello Capricorn, this is your January 1st, it's January 15th, 2017 read. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot again. Still don't have the box. I don't know, I'm sure I have it somewhere, but where that is, no idea. And for the supporting cards, the Oracle cards, I'm using the Magical Spell cards. Yep. By Lucy Cavendish. I can remember her name quite easily. The name of the cards, though, that's something else. I've already shuffled the cards as usual. Ooh, we got a good one popping around. Your overall energy is the Lovers, which, hey, that's usually good. I want one more over here. Part of my coffee. Okay. This trumps over that. Okay, that's an interesting situation, because that usually doesn't happen that way. Alright, we're going to stop now with the other cards. There's a lot. So your overall energy is the Lover's card. Okay. Which is interesting. This seems to mirror Virgo a little bit to me. Virgos happened a different way, but they seem to have a lot of love energy there too. Keep in mind, this could be somebody who's very close to you. This doesn't have to be a romantic love relationship. So just keep that with a grain of salt, because I'm trying to see, like, is this a relationship read? Is this a single read? I'm not really sure. I feel like if this is connecting to a relationship, this is someone who means a lot to you already. This isn't somebody new. So it could apply to couples. If you're single, this could apply to just someone who's close to you, because I feel like we have some interesting energies flowing through here. What we're going in to the situation with is this is like disappointment. The reason this is mirroring Virgo is because Virgo had kind of the same thing going on. Someone in the beginning of this time frame is disappointing you. For others, this is someone let you down, and it just didn't work out the way you wanted it to. In fact, I'm feeling like this is more something didn't work out the way you wanted it to. The situation isn't all bad, but there's a piece of it that really meant a lot to you that's like the main piece you were concentrating on. Didn't work out the way you thought it would. Didn't work out the way you wanted it to. Okay. I do feel like the other person or the situation, depending on what it is, the other side is pulling back. The other side is kind of taking their losses and walking away. Which is strange, because I don't feel like you end up alone in this time frame. So I'm not exactly sure what we're doing here. I don't know if they're just like pretty much licking their wounds and walking away, or if it's kind of like taking a break. I'm thinking more off, this is at least like they like step away for a little while. I feel like it may feel kind of like they're walking away for a permanent situation, but it's not. I feel like this is kind of like a break, because it doesn't feel like it's permanent, especially with the other cards I'm seeing coming up here. I feel like this person does come back into the situation relatively quickly. I don't know if they like have kind of a fit and they just kind of want to not deal with it and just kind of leave you in the lurch for a moment. And it's not long. If they do leave you in the lurch, it's not long. And actually, as I'm looking at this, I feel like the reason they're not leaving you in the lurch is because you don't stand for that for very long. I feel like Youre actually, I got the Chariot with the Magician right above it. These are two major arcana, two cards that especially when they're together, it's not only using your strengths to get what you want, but it's charging out and making it happen. Like, there's not like a two-way about it. There's something you want, there's a certain way you want it to work out. Here we go. That's that. I feel like, again, I don't feel like this is, I really don't think this is meeting someone new in most cases. I feel like this is already an established relationship, or a relationship with someone close to you. It doesn't have to be romantic. And the reason I'm saying this is because I feel like you're already in this mindset. This is what this person means to you. This is where they fit in your life. And you're not willing to take no for an answer. You're not willing to let things go away. You're not willing to let things stop. You're not willing to let minor disagreements in your opinion cause giant rifts. So whatever disappointed you or whatever didn't go the way you wanted it to go, you're not letting that hold the situation down. You're not letting it destroy anything. You're going right back out there, talking with that person, getting things going, and you're pulling that person back into the fold. And I feel like they're going, and you're giving them an optimistic viewpoint, and they're following along your lead. I feel like you are supporting whatever you say. You're supporting it with action right after it. It's kind of like, this is what I said, this is what I do, and this is how it is. And I've already started. That's kind of how it feels. Like, even when you're talking to this person, whatever it is, it's coming across like you already started. And I feel like by talking about it, you actually have. You've already started correcting whatever you didn't like, whatever didn't go the way you wanted it to, the piece that fell through that you didn't like. I feel like now, at this point, you're recognizing what is still there, and you're capitalizing on it in a sense. Like, you're putting forward, like, this is still going good. You're pointing out what's still good about the situation. I feel like in the beginning of this part, when this first happened, you were having a hard time seeing it. When it is affecting this other person, and you feel like they might step away, you switch viewpoints, and you're not only seeing it, but you're pushing it forward. Like, look at what's still available to us. Look what we can still do. Okay. It's a very interesting flip of viewpoint. It's not that the situation is different, it's just your stance in it is different based on what you need to do. Okay. Now, we have something interesting here, because I have like a pile of cards in a sense. I need to get hopefully I get another camera for the holidays here. That helps me do this better. In your court, what's going on mentally for you, your energy kind of trumping your energy, and you're going out of this time frame. I got the Fool and the Judgment, which, I mean, the two of these together, it's having optimism, enthusiasm, and things going your way. Basically doing what's right. In this case, doing what's right. I'm not saying this card always means that. I'm saying in this reading, it feels like it does. Okay. Now, the pile of cards, I feel like three, four cards, kind of maybe a fifth one over here, kind of being eclipsed by each other. Here's the pile of cards. And now this is the line of succession for you. This is the person. Like, the person is like going right into the situation, and it's a very well-off, thankful, good energy, very supportive energy, someone who's going along and doing their part, but also enjoying the benefits at the same time. Like, it's a very good person to have in your court. So I feel like they're being absorbed into this situation. What's interesting about it, let me put her down. And again, remember, it's a general read, male or female, it's not important. It depends on the person you're dealing with. For general read purposes, don't get hung up on the gender. It can be either gender. The important part here, this is what's going on. You got a lot of thoughts, you got hope, and then there's this card here you're not really seeing that well. What's being hidden is the Three of Swords. And what it really feels like to me is like you are just pushing forward with as much hope as you can. That Fool energy, that enthusiasm, you're trying to make that trump everything. You're trying not to see the negative of the situation yourself. You're trying to do what you can to make sure the other person doesn't see the negative of the situation. The whole thing didn't work out the way you wanted it to. But you're not willing to let that damage the other person or other people involved. Again, remember, this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but it's definitely somebody who means a lot to you. And you're pushing forward, and you're just not letting that destroy things. And you're doing your best. Like, I feel like it comes up in your mind, and you're aware of what didn't go the way you wanted it to, but you're not letting that pull things down. Okay. And as we're going out of this time frame, like, that mindset, that viewpoint of just like concentrating on what's going well, that's really manifesting what you truly want. And I feel like it's bringing the other person into focus with you. So like you're on the same page. You're both feeling good, doing good as you move out of this time frame. Now, I do want to just... Okay. Is that it? One more? Two more? Okay. So, I don't know, where are we? I feel like we're just kind of reiterating the same. with that enthusiasm and the hope that I was just talking about, we got energy. Like, your energy is pushing it through. The end card here, the Ten of Pentacles. Great home card. Oracle card above it, Aphrodite's love spell, which basically means you're making it happen. The energy you're creating is pushing through the situation. So it just feels, to me at least, like we're just reiterating the same. Especially with this energy, because I feel like that this energy is creating that love spell, in the sense, like, you are building it up, concentrating on the good, and you're making the situation good by doing so. Like, you're in that mindset of it's good, and it's going to be better, and we're going better all the time. And it is becoming true because you have that dedication. You're inspiring the other person to see it your way too, and they're also taking the steps to make it a reality. And like energy, universal energy comes to you in the same sense. If you know anything about The Secret, that's kind of the same principle. You're making it happen. You're doing great. This person, I told you before, you're kind of sucking them in, and they're very helpful. They're working and they're enjoying at the same time. But it's a very healing thing for them. I really feel like this is kind of just like, to me, it makes sense. Like someone who's like feeling good and getting into the situation and they're doing better, like they're healing. That's why they're doing better, because they're healing. It's working out. The divine guidance, like the Lovers is the Lovers is your overall energy, which means it's a very important relationship to you. You're having divine guidance in that. It's helping you move forward, which means not only is it an important relationship to you, it's a very important relationship to your life. It's not transitory in any sense, and it makes certain things in your life happen that are good for you and help you grow it as a soul. When I have divine guidance and Isis inspiration next to it, Isis inspiration to me is just goddess energy that is more looking for inspiration, looking for that spiritual help to get through and getting it. Getting that nod, like, we're here for you, just call on us and we'll help you. Okay, good. And there's only one other card. I feel like I'm working backwards to the reading. I apologize, but basically this is matching this card. This is saying it's not as bad as you think. You got a lot more than you think. But if you see this card, you got these two cups back here, but you can't see what's in them purposefully, because it's basically you're not seeing what's still left. And this card is reminding you got a lot left. Like, I feel like these three cups, like, I feel like they were going to be spent one way or another. Even if it worked out the way you wanted it to, it would have been spent one way or another. And I feel like they're saying the real prosperity is what you have left. And these three cups were pushed away because they're not taking you where you truly want to go. They're only taking you where you feel or where you think you want to go. Not where you truly want to go, but where you think you want to go. They're kind of distracting you from your true potential, if you will. And I apologize. I know I went through that backwards because that's kind of where you started from. But I feel like we went up that way. We got the oracle cards. We moved back. All in all, it's good, though, because in the end, whatever the hiccup was, you move it to your advantage. It's a very great thing when you can take a situation that doesn't work out to your liking, and you can find a reason to flip your viewpoint, see the good in it, which in some situations that's extremely hard to do, but I feel like, especially in this situation, you're doing it, and then moving it forward, moving life forward in a sense to get more of what you do want, and concentrating on what you do want. And the reason you're doing that is for the other person, to help bring them forward, because you know if you don't, you really can't inspire them if you don't stay in that positive mindset yourself. And it's truly motivating you. And in this reading, that's what I feel like is what's happening. But it's benefiting you, and I feel like it's teaching you, it's helping you grow as a soul. You may have done this before in the past, but it may be just reminding you how strong this really is. Okay. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you want a personal reading from me, you can email me at james4astral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.